Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning, everybody. Can't stretch my arms out too high. Good morning, everybody. How are you doing on this amazing morning? Okay, so let's just get it started this morning. This morning, I'm already started in the frenzy. Why? Even after we spoke about calming down and starting our day relaxed and all of that? Because I didn't realize I dropped my podcast. I dropped my tripod behind my massage chair behind me, and I couldn't move it in time to use it. So I'm using something different. And so I'm like, oh, I'm trying to find something. But I am together. I am here. You guys, I got my priestess bun on and my priestess white. I look like I'm about to start some kind of a ritual. Well, today is about rituals. So there we go. Today is all about habits, routines, and rituals. So how are you guys doing this amazing morning? Let me check and see who's in the building while I'm sitting here telling you what's going on and why I'm so frantic and why I'm all of this. Let's check and see who's in the building. So good morning, Betty Rose. Good morning, good morning, good morning. She is the first one in the building. She says she is blessed, highly favored, and clear of mind. Still working on the soul. Come on. Come on. Good morning, cousin. Cousin's in the building. She said, good morning, my hearts. Good morning, sis. Good morning, Chantel. Good morning, Cheryl. Cheryl says, good morning, good health and blessings to all. Yes, yes, and yes, I receive it. Good morning, Miss Lloyd. Miss Lloyd says she is blessed. Yes, yes, and yes. Good morning, Linda. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, Naomi. She says she's awake, alive, and blessed. Awake, alive, and blessed. And I said it at the right way this time. Usually I'm mixing it up, but I said it right today. Good morning, Deltra. Deltra says she is blessed. Good morning, Tiffany. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Chantel says, I've been listening to Psycho Cybernetics and it has shifted my mindset. I'm not even halfway done. I'm telling you, right? Because you got to stop and do the exercises. So that book is so amazing. So amazing. Good morning, Yolanda. Yolanda says, I am blessed. She said, Tiffany said, OMG, the podcast, the intro had Miss Vision and Miss Adore dancing all around the room. Come on, Adore and Vision. I had to keep playing it over and over because they didn't want it to end. Oh, thank you. The podcast info was also great. Thank you so much, Tiffany. I really appreciate you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Good morning, Big Meech. Big Meech is in the building. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Sean got me that chair and I love it. I'm telling you, that thing is amazing, except I do have a qualm with mine. Good morning, Tracy. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Um, the company is no longer um active, and so I think they went bankrupt or something, so you can't get tweaks and repairs. So that's the only thing that I have with it, but the chair is freaking absolutely amazing. I could not find your podcast this morning. Guess what? So we found out this morning Sean had said Echo play Coffee with Nikki, and it came up. It said, she said Echo sinners, saints, and fools. Echo off. Echo off. She said play Coffee with Nikki the podcast, and it came up. So we are on Spotify, Pandora, um, Apple Music. I know those three for sure, for sure, for sure, for sure. We are on, but we are on everywhere where they play podcasts. I'm not sure. Yesterday they didn't put my podcast up on time, so it was only on Spotify and Apple Music on time. The other ones were delayed. So 7 a.m., but you can listen to it at any time. I appreciate it no matter when you listen to it. No matter when you listen to it. If you're listening to it before you go to work, or if you're listening to it on your way home, or before you go to bed, I just want you to listen to it, and I just want you to share it with everybody. So I'm just appreciative of that. So I appreciate you guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. Today was about self-sabotage, and I got to do a little better with my editing, but it's okay. It's okay. But today was all about self-sabotage and what we do. So, and how we can realize the signs. So that was what we did today on the podcast. And today we're going to be talking about habits, routines, and rituals on the show. That podcast intro the podcast intro has my chair dancing at work. Has me dancing in my chair at work. Sorry, got it. I could not find the podcast. I listened to the podcast on iPhone. Happy Terrific Tuesday, Kay. Come beautiful, you are glowing. Thank you. Thank you. All right, y'all. So yesterday we touched on it a little bit, right? We touched on habits and routines and your morning routines and how you wake up yourself in the morning. We spoke on that yesterday, right? And so I'm going to go a little deeper into it today. We're also going to talk about a few celebrities that have morning routines, and it's only Michelle Obama and Beyonce. But just realize that they're ultra successful, and even they find ways to create a morning ritual so that they can continue on with their day, because it's going to be something that is going to help impact their day. It's going to help them get some focus, some clarity. It's going to give them some structure, and also they could create a plan from a clear, rested mindset, as opposed to being frantic and just doing what needs to be done when it needs to be done because it has to be done, right? You can sit and actually sit with your thoughts, calm down, plan it out, and do what's necessary, right? Good morning, Patricia. Good morning, good morning, good morning. So you can actually sit down, be cool, and plan what's necessary. So I'm going to have to look at my notes because I got my notes. And remember, have you guys been keeping up with it on the community? If you go to if you go to our community in the Coffee with Nikki tab, I have been putting up the replays of the video plus my show notes. I've been putting my notes there. I'm thinking maybe I should do them in a PDF. So maybe if you want to download them, you'll be able to. But I basically just copy and paste my notes and put them in there so that you guys, no matter how you want to do it, if you want to print it out and highlight certain things, you can. So this is my new thing. This is my new thing. Just type my notes up and then copy and paste it. So easy, instead of me trying to type up my handwritten notes. Even though handwritten helps me plan better because it helps me memorize what I want to talk about, the topic of the day. But it's easier for me, so I could put it over there. If you have not yet joined our community, go on over there and join the community. I have so much free stuff over there. You can also, the June Gist group, what are you guys doing, y'all? I seen that you guys, some people have put that they are, some people put up their goals. Some people did not. I don't know what we're doing over there, sis. Also, the actionable step. Remember, I told you guys to go over there. I had a question for you guys to take action, to go over there and write a comment. I think only 3 people did it. We had over 20 people in the room, and only 3 people took actionable steps, which means only 3 people are serious about being successful. Only 3 people are serious about taking action. They are action takers. They are not sitting on the sidelines waiting for something to happen. They are taking action. You may have said, I don't have time to do it. But if you sat down and you were listening, you could have just left the show, answer the question, and then came back. But you have to start learning to take action quickly, because as long as you just let things sit and fester, you're not going to get these things done. And then especially when you're learning the information, if you don't apply it immediately, you're going to forget the information. You're going to forget it. You know how many times I listen to books, and I'm sure you do, because I'm always telling you I'm listening to books 3 and 4 times, or 2 and 3 times, because I'm listening to the information again. I'm absorbing it. I'm consuming it again, so that I can memorize and I can start to take action, so that I can even share that with you guys, right? And so you guys got to start taking action quicker. You have to start taking action quicker. Yes, yes, and yes, y'all. Let me know how you feeling. Cheryl S. I got up today and got on the floor and did some stretching. I also said my daily affirmations. Absolutely amazing. Oh my gosh. A fly. Can't stand them things. Can't stand them things. All right, so let's get into it. I asked you guys yesterday, what's your morning routine like, right? And I want to know, how important is it for you to change that routine? Because if you're waking up and you're waking up frantic, but you notice that if you wake up more calm, you have a better day. If you wake up and you have more focus, that you have a better day, then why are you still waking up in a frenzy and a panic? So what do you want to do to change that? What do you want to do to change that? Are there any things that you can do? Maybe, maybe you want to say your prayers before you get up. Maybe you want to say some affirmations before you get out the bed. Maybe you want to speak some life into yourself. Maybe you want to just be grateful for something in the morning. Maybe you just want to just something that is going to allow you to have some level of peace and calm as you awaken, right? Because you don't want to wake up. Are you coming out of a peaceful slumber and then you frantically moving, right? That's very sudden. That's very abrupt. So you want to make sure that you are coolly and calmly getting up. You are figuring out what you want to do, because everything is not right for everybody. Everybody is not going to want to say affirmations or say gratitude or prayer in the morning. But what is it? Maybe you want to do your meditation and you want to do your meditation from right there, but you don't want to do your meditation and go back to sleep. You want to do your meditation and do it mindfully, right? So what does that look like for you? Let me know in the chat. What does that look like for you? How could you wake up? And I think I threw a few questions at y'all, but this is the one I want you to answer. How can you wake up more calm and peaceful and ready to take action? Let me know in the chat. Let me know in the chat. Oh, and you know what? I forgot to say good morning to Jordan. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning, Jordan. How are you doing this amazing morning? Hope you're feeling better. What could you do? Let me know, y'all. Let me know. Y'all quiet in the chat. I need y'all to get active. I need y'all to get active. So I have on my notes. I got to put my notes up because I'm far away with my new tripod thing. So I got to adjust. The morning set the tone for the rest of the day. Many successful celebrities, they have routines that they do in the morning, right? And they do not move from that. Their routine is the routine. And it's because your body is going to get used to you doing certain things. Your body is going to adjust. Your body knows, okay, we're waking up and we're praying. Oh, we're waking up and we're doing affirmations. Oh, we're waking up, we're saying our affirmations, then we're brushing our teeth, and then we're going to work out. And your body is going to get acclimated to what it is that you set out to do. So you want to start getting a routine or a ritual, right? But we're going to talk about the difference between habits, routines, and rituals today, right? So what can you do to wake up a little bit more calm so you could be more focused so that you could tackle your day? Let me know. I share with you guys my morning routine every morning. I wake up early. I wake up at 4:30. Get myself together, go to my notebook, write in my gratitude journal. I also document my numbers to see, my progress, and my social media numbers. After that, I am into meditation. After meditation, I am planning out or, doing whatever I need to do for my websites or whatever. I'm planning out my day. I'm scheduling out my content. And then I do frantically move into my makeup. I don't know why, because I do know why, but I give myself to 8 o'clock to start, and then I'm like rushing, right? So 8 o'clock I start my makeup, which I should start earlier because I do want to start doing the thing that Kay had suggested with the get ready with me and doing my makeup and talking and things like that. I don't want to do it live because I think that's going to make me take too long. If I'm doing it on live, trying to engage and talk and read comments, it's going to take too long. So I'm just going to do my get ready with me and maybe do kind of like a story time. So I really want to do that, incorporate that into my morning, which is probably going to take me into an earlier time zone because I want to be able to do that. Plus, I still got to get myself in order and I don't want to be moving all crazy. So we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Naomi says, I sat on my back porch, drink my coffee, and write in my journal, watch the sun come up, take a few minutes for myself, and enjoy the quietness while everyone is still asleep. Yes. How often are you doing the podcast so I could catch them? I had slated it for every day, but I may drop that down to 3 days out the week, but I did daily because I want you to get into the habit of listening to me at a set time instead of thinking, oh, she's on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, or, something like that. So to me, daily worked out better because, again, it'll allow you to say every morning at 7 a.m., Nikki is going to be on. Every morning at 9 a.m., Nikki is going to be on. And every morning may not be me out doing a scripted show, right? I may even take something that I did off of the YouTube, off the live stream, and I will break that down and put that on, but every single day. And I also shared that I'm going to have guests on the show as well, and I think I'm going to have them on Fridays, and those will be recorded, and I'm going to have women at different levels of business, so beginning, experience, expert, professionals. I'm gonna have everybody because I want to make sure that you can listen to everybody's story. I want you to be able to say you have information from every aspect of business, right? And so you don't just understand people who, and not just understand, so you just don't consume people who are telling you successful stories and you like, oh, well, what happened, there's setbacks and things like that. No, you need to know about people who are where you are as well, or where you were before, or maybe a little bit ahead of you, and see what they're doing, because that may be something insightful for you. Thank you so much, Patricia. Thank you, thank you, thank you. She says she's proud of me. Yes. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That sounds so relaxing. Yes, her morning routine sounds very relaxing, right, Yolanda? I said I think I may go out there too, but and start my morning routine. But I start mine when it's still dark outside. And so, the morning bugs, I don't want to be a part of that. I don't want to be a part of the morning bugs. All right. So morning routines provide a sense of structure, focus, and clarity. They allow us to prioritize our self-care, because we need to make sure we're taking care of ourselves. I say that all the time. Make sure that you take care of yourself. You always need to be at 100, even though you may be depleted at times. You always need to be at 100 to yourself, because if you are not good, you can't be good to anybody else. I'm gonna say that as many times as I need to, so I could drill it into your head that you cannot pour from an empty cup. You are not going to keep on pouring into everybody else's cup and never pour into your own cup, right? You have to replenish your cup. You have to do what you need to do. If that requires you to have a morning and an evening routine, then you need to have a morning and an evening routine. But you need to make sure that you make yourself the priority. Is everybody with me? Put yes, yes, and yes in the chat. Yes, yes, and yes if you with me. Yes, yes, and yes if you with me. Let me know in the chat. Let me know in the chat. So I wrote down, I said, self-care is the foundation for success, and morning routines offer the perfect opportunity to nurture yourself. This is the time before anybody wakes up. This is the time before anybody aggravates you. This is the time when you can sit there and have a moment of clarity and have a conversation with God. This is the time when everything is still. Everything is still, and you can focus, right? You can see clear. You can do what you need to do, and you can say, I'm ready for my day. I'm ready for my day, because you sat still enough to take care of yourself and to get that moment of clarity. Yes. Yes, yes, and yes, y'all. Yes, yes, and yes. All right. So we know that most successful people, because we spoke about it, we've read books about it, that most successful people start by waking up early, right? I start my routine by waking up at 4:30. If you know that you have a long day ahead of you, and you only give yourself enough time to get yourself ready, or to get the kids ready, or to do what you need to do to before you head out to work, or before you start on your business, then maybe you need to start thinking about waking up a little bit earlier. And I would say start with small increments of time, and then increase it as you can, right? So let's start with, if you don't wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning, then don't wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning, right? If that's not what you're used to, then just commit to yourself. You know what? I'm going to wake up a half an hour earlier than I have to wake up to get myself together, because in this half an hour, I am going to do A, B, and C. Now, anything that you do does not have to be long increments of time. It doesn't have to be a 30-minute meditation. It doesn't have to be a 30-minute prayer session. If you have 30 minutes, then you may want to break your things down into 10 minutes, or you may want to do 5 minutes. It's okay. You could do a 5-minute meditation. You could do a 5-minute prayer. You could could read in 5 minutes. You could read a devotional in 5 minutes. You can exercise in 5 minutes. You could stretch in 5 minutes. Everything you can do it in smaller increments of time. We always saying we don't have time to do things, and that's not the truth. We always have time to do things. It's how we are going to structure it and how we are going to view it is going to allow us to get the thing done. We need to start thinking about how we can fit these things into our schedule. So if you had, let's say you even only woke up 15 minutes early. Okay, so 5 minutes I'm going to pray, 5 minutes I'm going to write in my gratitude journal, and 5 minutes I'm going to stretch. 15 minutes, I got it. 15 minutes, I got it. I am going to focus solely on me. I am going to get clear, and I'm going to just have quiet and peace. And I'm going to start my morning in peace. Yes, yes, and yes. Because when we look at it, we're looking at it like we need to, oh, I don't have the time to do this. I got to do a 20-minute workout. I got to do this. I got to do that. No, you don't have to do it like that. You can make adjustments. This is your morning ritual. This is what you are going to do. You got to do what works best for you. You can't do what everybody else is doing. My morning routine may not work for somebody else's morning routine. Their morning routine that may not work for me, right? They may have more or less time, and the same with me. So you have to make it where it's just yours. You create it to be whatever it is that you want it to be. Yes, yes, and yes. Yes, yes, and yes. It does not have to be any particular order. It doesn't have to be any particular way. You figure out the way that works best for you, and you do the thing. All you have to do is make sure that you commit to doing it. That's all that you have to do, right? Is to make sure you do it. Yes, yes, and yes. So most people start with waking up early. That's major, right? So most successful people, they are waking up early, and they also get rest. They also get rest because it gives them time to reset. It gives them time to reset, right? Also, they practice some level of gratitude and mindfulness, whatever that looks like to you. We've been speaking about this for quite some time, right? Some meditation, you could do guided meditation. You could just be sitting in quiet. You don't even have to be thinking about anything. You can find stillness just by being quiet. You can do it in prayerfulness. You can do it whatever works for you. That's what sound bowls, things. Well, that's not quiet, but you know what I'm saying? It's mindfulness. Sound bowls, just listening to the sound and just being still and just resonating, right? Those things will help you. And this is what a lot of celebrities and a lot of successful people, this is what they do. They practice gratitude or some kind of mindfulness before they start their day, right? Beyonce said, and this is what I read. I don't know if she said this, but she says she starts her day with prayer and gratitude. And she also writes in a journal. So if Beyonce has, and we know she's like the hardest working woman in R&B, right? We know that she's going to give you 125 and 35 and 399. No, I'm just joking. Percent of her. She always give you 100% of her, and she's always working. She's always busy. She's always doing things. She has a family. You know what I'm saying? But she still makes time to figure out how she's going to take care of her. If she can do it, you can do it. Are you busier than Beyonce? And I know some of us have more than one job. I know some of us are running our business. We got kids that got activities and events and going here and going there. And we've got plenty of things going on, right? And that's absolutely true. But if she could do it, you could do it. Right? Good morning, LaShawn. Good morning, good morning, good morning. If she could do it, you could do it. Why wouldn't you do it? Everybody has the same 24 hours. You have the same 24 hours as anybody else, right? The difference with the people who have the 24 hours that are successful is they're intentional about their time. They're intentional about what they want. They're clear on where their goals are, and they're clear on what they're going to do to achieve those goals. We need to have that kind of clarity because we have the same time, right? It's, oh, they got money, so they could do that. No. You got to figure out time. You got time, and you have a mind. You have a mind to be creative. Create a way to make that work. Create a way to make that work without that budget. Right? Oh, well, she got nannies and she could do this and she could do that. Create a time. If you need to practice mindfulness when your kids are taking a nap, then that's when you do it. If you need to wake up before the kids wake up so that you can have it, then that's when you do it. If you need to be saying your gratitudes while you are brushing your teeth in the morning, just so that you can make sure that you say it, then do that. If you need to do it while you're preparing you getting your makeup done and your hair done before you head out to work, do those things. You're already looking in the mirror. Look in the mirror and affirm things to yourself. Look in the mirror and say incantations to yourself. Look in the mirror and just talk power into yourself. Do power poses. Look at yourself and speak life into yourself. Why wouldn't you do that? Why? Right? And so everybody's time doesn't look that, I mean, we have the same amount of time, but the way we do things is not going to always look ideal or the same, and that's okay. We just have to figure out how to structure it. Yes? Yes, yes, and yes. Do you know a trademark specialist? I absolutely do. I have two. I have two. Patricia's in the room right now. I think she is still. Patricia's an attorney, and she also has a trademark course, so you can ask her about that. And that's the Startup Learning Center. So you can follow her on Instagram, Startup Learning Center, or you can go to startuplearningcenter.com and you can look up the trademark class. So that's what you want. If you want to hire an attorney that is going to take care of all of the trademark stuff for you, you can go to my trademark attorney, who is Kendra Stephen. It's Kendra, Stephan, Stephen, Stephen, and she can help you. So we all have the same 24 hours. We got to be creative about how we are going to get to our place of wholeness, right? How can we get to our place of wholeness? A lot of people, oh, she's still here. There she go right there. She's multitasking. I have a day of cross-examinations. Oh, okay. She's right there. Good morning, Jovi. So click on her, inbox, don't inbox her. I think you're going to have to email her and let her know. Let her know what you need. Also, exercise. Do you guys exercise in the morning? Put ones in the chat if you exercise in the morning. Put ones in the chat if you exercise in the morning. I realize when I'm exercising, I have so many great ideas when I'm exercising that I usually have to keep a pen next to me when I'm doing it. Or, you know, if I'm exercising and I'm on the bike, I'm able to exercise on the bike, create my content and schedule that thing out. I'm able to do certain things, you know, but you got to be creative, right? I can do two tasks at one time doing my exercise. See, people, I don't have time to do all these things. I don't have time to schedule out content. I don't have time to work out. Combine those two if you can, right? What could your workout be? Maybe your workout may be, oh, I can't work out, but maybe I will park at the back of the parking lot and then I will walk to the building because I don't have time to work out. So now we just got to be creative and see how can we make this thing happen. We got to open our minds a little bit. How can we allow that to happen? Well, if I park at the back of the parking lot, I can walk to the building and then I walk out, and at least I've walked at least 5-10 minutes, for the morning. Or maybe go out on your lunch break and walk around the building or do something. But you can always figure out how to do it. If you got steps in your house, go up and down the steps 5 times, right? Walk in place. Just go outside in nature and go for a walk. There's always something you can do. You don't necessarily have to go to the gym. You don't necessarily have to use equipment or use weights or anything like that. You could just go out and just start moving. Go out and start moving. I know when I'm working in the garden, I'm already considering that exercise. You know why? Because I'm up, I'm down, I'm squatting, I'm doing things, and I'm always moving around and moving things. And by the time I'm finished in the garden, my body is extremely sore. Right? My body is extremely sore. Not that day because I'm not realizing it, but the next day my body is like, oh my goodness, what were we doing? Right? Every muscle is sore. Every muscle is sore. So figure out ways that you can make exercise work for you. Figure it out. Take the stairs instead of the elevator. That's another good idea. Excellent idea, Michi. Definitely take the stairs if you can. Right? Get your heart rate going. Get your blood pumping. Get that energy. Get that energy circulating in your body. You got to have some kind of movement. You can't stay stagnant. You know what happens when you stay stagnant? Right? You don't want to be stagnant. You want to keep moving. You want to keep moving. When my kids have practices, I'm working around the field. See? And a lot of the moms, when I used to take my son to football practice, they would walk around the track. They will walk around the track. So not me, because I was on the phone trying to, schedule things and doing things, but, they would walk around the track. I may look crazy, but I don't care. Right. Because it ain't for them, it's for you. It ain't for them, it's for you. And so Michelle Obama, she says she does the same thing. She wakes up early so that she can make sure she hits the gym. She knows that she's going to have a jam-packed day full of activity and things to do. And so she is always she wakes up early so that she could get her workout in. So she said, she wakes up at 4:30, y'all. So she's up with me. So I started getting up at 4:30 in the morning, going to the gym. With exercising, the more you do it, the more you get into it. And the more you'll see results, the more you start pushing for the next level. And that's when it clicked for her, right? Because you don't see results immediately, so you don't notice anything. But a lot of the times, let's say you're not doing it just for your body. Maybe you're just doing it because you want to build stamina. Maybe you want to do it for endurance. Maybe you want to do it so that when you walk from your car to the car for the building, you're not winded, right? Maybe you want to do it so that you can move around and have fun, right? You could dance and just get that energy, get that out, sweat a little bit, move a little bit, sing a little bit, do something, right? Do something, because we can always find some way to create activity for ourselves that's fun. You got small kids, take them to the park and run around with them. Don't sit there on the park bench gossiping. Get up and start doing something, right? Help them, move them around, run with them, do things. Do things that you can do, right? Do things that you can do. If you have a stationary bike, you can look at your show and still be riding a bike. You can listen to YouTube and listen to podcasts and listen to your audiobooks and still ride the bike. You can think about ways that you can multitask so that you could get the thing done. Remember, I'm telling you, you get great ideas when you are working out. How many of you guys work out? Put ones in the chat. Ones in the chat if you're working out. Or put two if you don't have time. Nikki, I don't have time to work out. If you don't have time to put into your body, let me tell you, your body is going to start to fall apart. And then when you're trying to fix it, it's going to be that much harder. Start doing it now. Start doing it today, because you'll be able to get that moving. Get everything moving so that you don't have to figure out how to fix something broken. Just keep it moving. Keep it moving. All right, so everybody, so we got some ones in the chat. People are doing exercise. People are moving. I like it. Okay, so the next thing is people usually start with visualizations and affirmations. Yesterday, we were talking about affirmations and incantations. It's a difference, right? And so there's a difference with the affirmations and the incantation, just as there's differences with habits, routines, and rituals, right? There's a difference in all of them. So the incantations is something that you can say to yourself that will resonate with you. You're incorporating everything in your body so that you can feel it, so that you can believe it. It's something that you're actually saying that is a truth. And so you're going to believe it, as opposed to an affirmation when you're saying something and it may be out there and it's not so much something you can feel at that particular moment, but you kind of imagine it, but there'll be times when you can't, because that's just not your reality, right? And so how you can use incantations is how I was saying yesterday, is like, every day I am building wealth. Every day I'm building wealth. So you may not say, okay, so your affirmation says, I am successful, I am wealthy. That may not be something you see in that particular moment, but if you flip your mindset to make it say, okay, so I am doing X amount of things to make myself wealthy every day, or I'm doing this thing to make myself wealthy every day. I am doing this so I can be wealthy every day. If you're looking at it that way, it's a difference, right? It's a difference, because now these little actions are going to turn into, bigger things to help your mindset wrap itself around the affirmation or the incantation that you're saying. So every day I'm improving my wealth. Every day I'm improving my wealth. So what can I do every day to improve my wealth that will make it ring true to me, to make me feel good about something that I'm doing, right? So let's say every day I'm going to put $5 to the side, and I'm going to put it in the bank. I'm going to put it in a box. I'm going to put it under my mattress, wherever you decide you want to do it. And this is just an example, right? every day every day I feel wealthy, or every day I'm feeling, let's say every day I'm feeling wealthy. Every day I'm feeling wealthy. Every day I'm feeling wealthy. I am putting $5 away. I am feeling wealthy today. You know what I'm saying? I am $5 richer. You're $5 richer, right? So that can be a truth, right? You're not as rich as you want to be, but you're $5 richer today, right? And so that can be true. And so you can attach a feeling to that and an emotion to that, and that is going to help you to vibrate higher. So you want to make sure that you're doing those type of things, because those type of things will help you. You don't want to affirm something and you feeling negatively about it because you don't actually have it in your reach right now, right? Every day I'm doing my best to be healthy. So what am I doing? What's my best that I could do today? I could work out for 10 minutes. I feel great. I really didn't want to do it, but I did it. I feel great about that. That's a confidence builder. That's helping you build motivation. That is helping you to see I could actually do it. And if you continuously can't continue on that path, that 10 minutes can turn into 30 minutes. That 30 minutes can turn into an hour. So it's definitely true for you. And it's also building confidence, and you're also working towards the future you. So realize that you can do affirmations and incantations, but you want to actually do more of an incantation so that you can feel what it is that you want to accomplish, so you can feel the results, so that you can feel the positivity, and you moving towards that actual large goal that you want to hit, right? So the difference between habits, routines, and rituals. A habit is something that you do, and I wrote it down. A habit that you is something that you do that you automatically just check off, right? I'm just going to check it off. It's not a mindless thing, but it's just something that you got to do, right? So it's a habit. I'm just going to do it, right? And so that could be like, okay, the first thing you do when you wake up, you look at your emails, or the first thing you do if you go and get coffee, your mind automatically does that. It's on a habit loop. It'll always do it because that's what you created, right? And so it's nothing wrong with setting habits, right? But it's the difference when you want something to resonate with you that you are going to continue, right? A routine is something that is a collection of habits, but it's also a collection of habits of things that you got to do on a regular basis, right? So that could be you checking your emails, and then that's so that you can get things out the way, or you want to make sure that you're prepared before you go into the office. But this is just something that you do, right? There's no thought behind it. It's just, there's thought behind it because you're answering the emails and you got to respond, but it's just something that's habit, right? You are automatically going to do that. Do you notice, like, when you are doing something, a lot of the times we reach for our phone and we start swiping? It's an automatic thing. It's an automatic thing. It doesn't mean that it's a great thing, but it's an automatic thing. It's an automatic response, right? So we always reach in and we're always like, oh, and get stuck, right? And the routine is different. The routine is different. And I said routines are different because your attitude behind the actions is different, right? You are doing it intentionally. You're not just doing it because you have to do it. You're doing it because you want to do it. You're doing it because it's something that you will enjoy, right? It's your routine. It's your ritual, right? It's something that will help you to also change your perspective, right? So if you going out and you saying, okay, I got to go out for a walk, right? It's my routine. I go out for a walk. I go out every 30 minutes. That's my thing. That's my habit. I go out and I do that, right? But if you're doing it, if you change it and it's a routine, you're saying, oh, I'm going out for a walk because I want to go out in nature. I want to enjoy nature. I want to communicate with nature. I want to communicate with God. I'm going out there intentionally because it's going to do something else for me that is going to benefit me, that I'm going to thoroughly enjoy, as opposed to just doing it because you got to do it. Right? So that is the difference between your habits, your routines, and your rituals. Right? And I'm not saying you got to choose one or the other because they kind of all go together, but it's just the way you're looking at things and the way that you are interpreting them and moving forward with having a productive and successful day. Y'all with me? Y'all with me so far? Let me know. Let me know. Let me know. Let me know if you're with me so far. Say me, yes, whatever. Say something. Don't put a one because y'all just put ones. So give me something. Let me know you still with me. Let me know you still with me. Let me know. And so now that we're going to be looking at our routines differently, we're looking at our routines as rituals, then you may look at your morning routine differently, right? Then your morning routine, I got blurry. Then your morning routine may feel a lot different, right? Because now I'm doing it intentionally. I'm doing it for the benefit of me having a better day. I'm doing it for me to say, oh, I feel better about this. I'm intentionally waking up. I'm intentionally saying that I'm waking up energized and refreshed. I'm intentionally working out and doing yoga and stretching and meditating and writing in my gratitude journal. I'm intentionally doing these things because I want to have the best day ever. I want to make sure that I am as successful as I can be. I want to make sure that I'm doing everything that I can in order for me to have the best day possible. Will things change along the way? They're absolutely, they things are going to throw you off. Somebody may piss you off in a car, right? Somebody may throw the finger up at you or whatever, flip you the bird. Somebody may mess up your order, right? You may be in your blissful state and you go get your coffee at Starbucks or wherever and they messed up your order. And now that just threw off your day, right? But you want to make sure that you start and then you have control over your day. Say yes, whatever, something. Yep. You want to make sure that you have control of your day. You want to make sure that you have control on the way that you respond, right? You can respond from a place of love and peace when you start with love and peace, right? Because like we were saying yesterday, if you're starting frantically and you're going through your day, every reaction is going to be frantic. You're not going to find that moment of peace because there was no moment of peace. You didn't have a moment of peace to create because you already created, you started the day frantically. And so we need to start looking at how we are starting our day. And this is something that I really want you guys to start. Good morning, Eliana. I want you to really start paying attention to how you start your day. And if this is just a recap, so if you can start your day half an hour earlier, then do a half an hour earlier. If you can start your day, if you don't even want to wake up a half an hour earlier because you are Nikki, I'm not a morning person, do 15 minutes. For 15 minutes, you can take 5 minutes. Even if you took 2 minutes to do each thing, you could move in 2 minutes. You could, stretch in 2 minutes. You could pray in 2 minutes. You could read in 2 minutes. You could write what you're grateful for in 2 minutes. It does not have to be long and drawn out. If you would like to dedicate some more time to that, and if you would like to do more, you can do that when you see fit in your schedule to do it. So if that looks like something you want to do for your evening rituals, then you can do that for your evening rituals, because and then it'll set you up for what you're going to think about before you go to bed. And while you're sleeping, you'll probably have dreams about what you were doing. So that'll probably help you to get some solutions or some clarity or whatever it is that you're seeking, right? Or just to get your mind just thinking about different things, and that is okay. And then you wake up and you can wake up and say that you're refreshed. Remember yesterday I was saying, if you go to bed and say I am well rested, I am well rested and I'm energized. I wake up at X whatever time it is. I wake up at this time and I'm feeling great. I'm feeling energized. I'm feeling alive. Like that's what you can say in the morning. First of all, when you wake up in the morning, you should be full, bursting at the seams with gratitude as soon as you wake up in the morning. Why? Because you are able to open your eyes. Why? Because you were able to move out of the bed freely. Why? Because you woke up in your sound mind. Why? Because all of your senses are working. Why? Because I have another day to get it right. I automatically wake up winning. I automatically wake up like I already won. I'm already won. And everything that I'm doing now is going to help me be even better. It's going to help me to be even better. Why? Because There are people who did not wake up this morning. There are people who cannot move their body this morning. There are people who are not in their right mind this morning. There are people who cannot freely get up out of the bed this morning. There are people that can't do anything. There are people who didn't wake up in the house this morning. There are people that didn't wake up comfortable this morning. There are people that didn't wake up. There's a lot of things going on. There are people that's waking up miserable this morning. There are people that are waking up grieving this morning. There's so many things that could possibly happen, and you are waking up like you're supposed to wake up. You waking up, moving around without gratitude, expecting like this is what I'm supposed to be doing. No, 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 sis. There are people that did not get up this morning. There are people that didn't have a chance to make it right. There are people that are confused this morning. There are people that, like I said, they are miserable. They are angry. They're going through some stuff this morning, right? But if you are waking up and you have the time to wake up and do something that is going to help benefit your day, to help you better your best and help you to feel good and amazing, why wouldn't you do it? Why wouldn't you do it? Waking up early is self-discipline. We business women need it. We need discipline all around, Eliana. We need discipline all around. Hit the likes button, everybody. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Eliana. Yes, everybody, hit the like button. Hit the like button. Yes, if we are waking up this morning, we should be full. And when I say, I don't mean like, oh yeah, thank you, thank you, thank you. We should be full of energy. We should be full of the spirit. We should be full of everything, that all of the blessings. You got to see the sun. You're breathing air. You get to feel the cool breeze. You get the feel, you get to do everything. Maybe you are on medication, maybe you're not on medication. Maybe you can't, maybe you got a few aches and pains. A few aches and pains is okay. I'm still awake. I'm still alive. I can move through these aches and pains. I'm gonna be okay. I'm gonna be okay, right? And if you don't think about it, if you don't think about it and you want to wait until something happens to you for you to be grateful for the time that you wake up, that's not the opportune time for you to feel that way, right? It's not the opportune time for you to feel that way. I have a friend who is dealing with an illness right now, and no matter what, she's always happy, always, she's always grateful. She always tells you she loves you. She sends you morning prayers and things like that. Even though she's struggling in her own health, in her own life, she still will go out and do everything that she can, because she is not going to be in the house and feel sorry for herself or be down on herself, even though she can be. She has every right to be, but she does not allow that to get into her spirit, because that's not what she wants. That's not what she wants for herself, right? And so we have the opportunity to do these things, to look at life a whole lot differently. And we need to look at things like that, right? Because everything may not always be that way. And we need to know that we need to be appreciative of every single moment that we are breathing, and that we are alive, and that we are healthy, and that we are moving, that we have another chance to get it right. We have another day to be better. We have another day to show love. We have another day to do what we set out to do. I tell the people, every person that is in my life, they know how I feel about them. I'm going to tell you I love you every single chance I get. Why? Because who knows what's going to happen. You're going to always know that what I felt for you. You're going to always have that feeling. You're always going to know something, because anything could happen, right? Anything can happen. Nobody's ever going to question my love for them. Nobody is going to ever question my loyalty to them. Nobody is ever going to question those things, because I show up and I show that, right? If you have another day to do it, we already won. We have already won. Right? And so we need to get very clear and and figure out how we can get these routines together, what our routines are going to look like, so that we can have an amazing day. Right? So that we can have an amazing day. So I don't know if we should continue on talking about routines and successful people this week, or should we talk about something else? Let me know in the chat what you think we should do. Let me know in the chat, because I think it's kind of going to get repetitive about saying the same thing, but we can talk about different people and what they do. That would make it different. Everybody's so creative. That's different to the eye. So we could come up with something different every day. But would you like to stay on the topic of rituals and ways that you can create your routines for yourself that is going to help you to manifest an amazing day, to have amazing days, to plan out your stuff, to be disciplined, because being disciplined is the major thing. You need to be disciplined in order to have these things happen. Right? I mean, in order for you to do the things, because if you're not disciplined, you're never going to get whatever you set out to do done, because everything is always going to take precedence over what needs to be done. And you have no schedule, right? And you have no routine. So do you want to have a routine or you don't? You can't have both. You can't say, oh, I don't want to be structured and I need all these things done. You're going to have to compromise and figure out a way to get the structure so that you can get the things accomplished. It's got to happen that way. Keep on with routines at least another day or two, looking at different routines to help us create our unique create one unique to us. Got you. Guys, Nikki is on fire today. Thank you so much, Eliana. I love it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So we are going to keep on routines this week. That's routines, rituals. I'll start bringing in like talking more about celebrities. And since I was on Michael Jordan and Kobe, I probably do Michael Jordan tomorrow, or maybe Kobe on the next day. And that would be good, right? Because we don't do like just a celebrity and just, look at their habits and things that they do. But that would be great to do. So I'm going to do that tomorrow. Tomorrow will be probably Michael Jordan or Kobe, one of them. And the other one is going to be the next day, whichever one I decide to do first. Whichever one I decide to do first is the one we're going to do. So you guys, I am about to wrap it up. You guys make sure that you are following me on all social media. Of course. Make sure that you are listening to the podcast, because the podcast is up, y'all. 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 So the podcast is on at 7 a.m., y'all, Eastern Standard Time. So you can listen to that, and you don't have to listen to it at 7 a.m. You can listen to it at any time. I would appreciate you just listening to it, period. That works for me. And I would like for you guys to share it out and let all your family and friends know that we have a podcast. Also, you guys, we have June 15th. June 15th, we have Inventora coming to the show. So make sure that you guys are bringing your pens and your papers. She is going to do a live demo for you guys so that you can understand how to do it. And you're also going to have an exclusive coupon. I think you're going to get 20% off. So look forward to that. If anybody is in the Dallas area, if you are in the Dallas area or surrounding areas, we are going to be in Texas on August 27th. We are doing the BBU and the BCMC brunch. We are going to do this collaboration. It's so much we got going on, you guys. You do not want to miss it. It was just supposed to be a brunch, but it's turning out to be something more. And so it is going to be so good. So you guys, if you need to get the link for the tickets, let me put it in the chat. I don't think anybody in here is in Texas, but oh, I can't do it because I don't know what's that. But yes, I'll put it in my stories. And you guys go ahead and grab your ticket if you are in the area. It is going to be a limited amount of tickets. It is not something for everybody. It is not a huge event. It's a very intimate event. You guys are going to be able, we're going to have a live coffee with Nikki. We're going to have a price value close session. We are going to have some games. We are going to have a meet the team. We are going to talk to you guys. We are going to just enjoy each other's company. It's going to be so fun. Make sure you guys, if you can attend, make sure you do get your tickets early. We also have t-shirts that are going to be available for you guys. It is the BCMC and BBU brunch t-shirts. Every time we have a meetup, there's a t-shirt. So this is the new t-shirt for Dallas. So make sure that you guys grab it if you wanna. It would be nice, and then we all represent the squad, and we're all wearing it when we go to the brunch. So that is another thing. Make sure, what else do I want to say to you guys? Make sure that you start thinking about what you want your morning rituals to be like. How much time are you going to set aside for your morning ritual? Let me know right now in the chat before we wrap this up. How much time do you want to set aside for your morning ritual? My morning ritual starts at 4 o'clock. So I actually have a 3-hour morning ritual, right? Mine is 3 hours. So what does that look like for you? What does it look like for you? Is it an hour? Is it 30 minutes? Is it 15 minutes? Right? But you need to commit to setting a time for you to have this ritual in the morning. So let me know what that looks like for you. If you can say, Nikki, I can do 10 minutes extra, then do 10 minutes extra, right? I could do 20 minutes. Let it be 20 minutes. I could do whatever, 25. I could, whatever that looks like, and you could fully commit to it. Let it be that. There is no judgment here. There is no right or wrong answer. It is what it is, whatever that looks like to you, and just create it. And just create it. Create your morning routine, whatever that looks like for you. An hour. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Let's see what you guys got. Let me know what your time looks like. Don't feel like, oh, well, somebody said this, I got to do the same time. You don't. Because everybody don't need the same, everybody don't require the same amount of time to get things done. When you can allow that to happen, then allow it to happen. But if you cannot, then don't worry about it. It's okay. It is okay. Yes? Yes, yes, and yes. Michi says 15 minutes. 15 minutes to start, and then 30 minutes, hopefully, when I get used to it. Got you. Got you. Easy peasy, right? Easy peasy, just as long as you commit to that. I do things better at night. You might want to do certain things at night, but the thing that's going to set your intentions for the day, whatever that looks like for you, right? Whatever that looks like for you. You may want to start your morning with a prayer. You may want to start your morning in your gratitude journal. You may want to start your morning in saying affirmations. You may want to start it doing guided meditation. Whatever that look like, so that you can focus for the rest of the day. Yeah, you might feel more like you get all of the things done at nighttime, which a lot of the times is the truth, right? But what can you do to focus early in the morning that is going to set your day to give you clarity and focus, and to be productive in the morning? What is that thing that you can do? It doesn't need to be all the things, because if you like to work out at night, then work out at night. If you like to do different things after, at night, then let that be that. But what could you do in the morning that is going to help you to get clear? So it's going to help you feel like, I'm going to be waking up peacefully. I'm going to be waking up with focus and motivation. I'm going to be waking up with the clarity that I need in order to move forward. Do I need to plan? Maybe I need to say a prayer before I plan out my schedule. Maybe I need to do, maybe I need to do a meditation before I do my schedule. But you definitely need to plan out your schedule. If you plan out your schedule at night, if that works for you, then maybe it's just prayer. Maybe it's just stillness. Maybe it's just a moment of reflection. Maybe it's like Naomi, who's drinking coffee on the deck, right? It may be like that. So whatever that looks like to you, figure that thing out so that you can do it, and so that you can have better focus throughout the day. Right? Yes, yes, and yes, Miss Lois. Yes, yes, and yes. So you guys, thank you so very much for joining me this morning. If you're catching the replay, please like, comment, and subscribe. And turn on that notifications bell so that you can be notified when we are going live with our next video, our next live. And we are going live tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. because we do every morning, Monday through Friday. Well, not every morning, but Monday through Friday, we are live 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for Coffee with Nikki, your daily cup of information and why am I messing up my own stuff? Your daily cup of information and inspiration. Okay. Your daily cup of information and inspiration. You can also catch us at 7 a.m. for the podcast, because Coffee with Nikki has a podcast, y'all. Finally. She got it. Okay, so let me see. Definitely need to write in my planner first, then go from there in the morning. Got you. I need quiet time and tranquility. Got you. Things have been hectic. Oh, I know. I know. I know. I know. Got to bring it in. Got to bring it in. Got to bring it together. Right. So I appreciate you guys for investing your hour with me. I know that you could be doing anything else with your hour. I know a lot of you guys are at work and you're still able to listen. And I want you to know that I appreciate you. I'm so forever grateful for you guys listening and tuning in with me in the mornings. You guys, if something that I said today resonated with you, please share this video out and let them know to come join us over here because we popping. Also, don't forget to subscribe. If you have not yet subscribed to this channel, subscribe. I don't know what we're doing. Subscribe. And when you send it out to everybody else, tell them to subscribe too. We're on the road to 100K. I'm almost at 20K. It's now I'm creeping to my 20, but I was doing really good and it was just going fast. And now I'm creeping onto my 20. But I want to get to 100K by December 31st. So I need all the help that I could get, y'all. I need all the sharing that y'all could do. And what else I want to say? Remember, it is very important for you to create some time. Give yourself a time, give yourself some space where you can create this ritual for yourself. Whatever time frame that looks like to you, make it your own. Do what you need to do that is going to help you to get that focus that you need for yourself, your business, and your family. Because I said, if you don't pour, you can't pour from an empty cup. You got to pour back into yourself. Whatever that looks like to you, pour back into yourself in the morning. Whatever that thing is, do it. Do whatever it is that's going to make you feel good. Do whatever that is going to make your soul feel good, that is going to sing in your heart, that is going to make you happy. Whatever that thing is, do it, do it, do it. Do it, do it, do it, do it. Okay, so that is it, you guys. Thank you again so much for watching. I appreciate you guys, and I hope that you guys have an amazing, amazing day. And I'll see y'all tomorrow for Coffee with Nikki. Bye, y'all.